All right. Let's head back to town and do some stuff there. I think we got a lot of turn-ins to do. We got some more quests to do here as well. Also, we may go ahead and do the next step of the main quest. His form says, what's the reason for all the hate on this game? It looks fun. I think the hate on this game has to do with the fact that a lot of people wanted some stuff to be in it that isn't, which is fair. I mean, this genre of game brings some expectations with it, and I think some people believe that there should have been more immersive elements in it that were in it. Other people are, you know, there was a lot of drama before the game came out, and that influences a lot of people's decision. And also, I mean, the thing about this game is that,
yeah,
and this is one of those like real talk things. This is not a game that is trying to reinvent the wheel. It is pushing the genre forward a little bit, especially when it comes to the combat and how pretty it is and things like that. But I would say a solid 70 to 80% of this game we've all played in different games over the years. It's kind of it's a simplistic, classic take on this kind of game. It does have some stuff in it that is new and very flavorful, and the lore and everything obviously is, you know, totally, it's great. But the gameplay itself, I think people were wanting a little bit more. A lot of people wanted like the next Fallout New Vegas. This isn't that. They wanted Skyrim 2. It's not that. It's basically Obsidian's Outer Worlds in the Pillars of Eternity universe. It's doing some things better than Outer Worlds. It's doing some things not as good as Outer Worlds. And it's a great addition to that genre. But it's not the next big thing. It's doing what it wants to do very well. But it's not what a lot of people were hoping for. It's not like that next huge game, if that makes sense. So I think a lot of people are kind of frustrated by that. A lot of people had really high hopes for Obsidian's next kind of
Oh,
big
Envoy!
game.
You have to help me. If I have to listen to this twig of a recruit tell his stories for even one more minute, I'll probably die.
Okay. Are you Ranger Dorso by any chance?
I am indeed. I'm flattered that you've heard of me. It's great to meet you. Ranger Iziana Dorso at your service.
Do you think they played it too safe with this? I don't know why some of the decisions were made that were made. So like, I feel, for instance, that this game is way more simpler than I was hoping. That, you know, you can't spec your companions. You only have 3 different classes you can be. I don't know if that's because they decided to do that or that they didn't have the resources to develop it further. So I don't really like, I can say what I'm unhappy about, but I don't know why those things happen. So I can't really comment on that. Yeah. But no, my biggest issues with this, I like, and I say that because I don't know if they were playing it safe or they didn't have the resources and time to do it differently. You know, I can tell, like, I definitely felt that they played it too safe in Outer Worlds, and this is better than Outer Worlds in terms of mechanic development, but it is not where I was hoping it would be in terms of mechanic development. Yeah. But it is a lot better than Outer Worlds. I like it better than Outer Worlds. The core mechanics, not the companion mechanics, but the core mechanics. What can you tell me about Ranger Minato's disappearance?
Asierno really stooped to asking for help. How very unlike her. Frankly, I think she's overreacting to a late report. Monato might be our best tracker, but he doesn't put a lot of stock in patrol rotation, rest days, or Asierno's toothless protocols.
We found Verano, but we're still looking for Monato.
I hope Verano's all right. The wilds can be cruel.
What would you have liked to seen from the classes? Well, Fighter, for instance, is a class. Ranger is a class. Those have defined skill sets in the Pillars of Eternity universe. So getting more specialization there would have been nice. But I mean, there's like a monk, like a full hand-to-hand class that does like all sorts of kicks and flying kicks and stuff. That would have been awesome. A paladin. So being able to have like a more tanky, like healing-oriented tank could be really fun. They had like rogues, like leaning more into rogue and doing more stealthy, like zipping around and like dashing kind of stuff could have been fun. Chanter and Cypher are both like super interesting classes that we didn't even really touch at all. Druids and shapeshifting would have been awesome. Like, oh my god, druid and shapeshifting and being able to like pick different classes and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, there's lots of Pillars of Eternity directions they could go that they just kind of didn't. So, you know, hopefully we'll see DLCs and stuff that maybe add, you know, more of those classes to select from. Yeah. He's alive, no thanks to Casagrada.
Oh, that boy. Sure, he can fight, but does he think? Leave him to his farm and family, I told Asierno. But does she ever listen to me? The way this valley choose through rangers, we can't be selective.
Last thing I'll say.
That's what she says anyway.
Also, there's like no priest class. There's an entire like priest world in the Pillars of Eternity universe, but we only have like the wizards and like the caster. So like that would have been awesome to explore and have like an actual kind of cleric kind of thing. You know, that could have been cool too. So yeah, lots of different ways. You see it differently?
Casagrada is a farmer's son. His father too is a farmer's son, and so was his grandfather. The same is true for nearly all of our rangers. They were raised with plows in hands, not swords.
You fight with the soldiers you've got, as the saying goes.
And we take these green farmhands, give them 5 minutes of weapons training, and tell them to stand against the tide? But that's neither here nor there. We were talking about Verano. He and Monato are the best of us, but no one's without their challenges. Verano's always trying to play both sides, be the peacemaker. It makes him soft. And Monato, you won't find him if he doesn't want to be found. He was a good friend once, I admired him. But he changed.
Do priests still have their priestly abilities after the events of Pillars of Eternity 2? If they don't, I am baffled we haven't heard more about it in the game world. So, like, I would be incredibly surprised if it did turn out that priests had lost their power due to the cumulative events at the end of PoE 2, and we have not yet heard about that in the game at all. So no, I don't think that's the case. I don't think so. But maybe we will hear something later. Maybe that's going to be like a reveal or something. But we'll have to see. Yeah. Trevelyan.
Counterpoint. I like the way they did this in the stats, as having might be overall damage does not lock you into one weapon type, making it very easy to play, say, a Spellblade type.
That's true, but they still could have had far more variance in the classes, abilities, and passives, and still kept their statistical spread. So I agree with you, but I think what I'm saying, what you're saying could be parallel. They're not necessarily mutually exclusive. But no, I agree with you. I like that too. Yeah, but for the record, this stat spread is similar to Pillars of Eternity. Like they did have, I don't know if it was identical, but it was very similar. Like the Obsidian's always been pretty good about that. Yeah. What do you mean by changed?
Monato was always a loner, but he'd been going off his patrol route for long periods of time. The last thing I heard was that Monato was going to scout out the ogre camp.
You have an ogre living in a cave near your settlements?
It was claimed by an old animancer years ago. He and the ogre are, friends.
Friends.
I have no idea what they got up to in there.
Good.
Experimenting on Zarebs, probably. I couldn't tell you what's there now. I don't know anyone who could.
Oh, girl, with a very interesting question.
Do you think it's a bad idea for a studio like Obsidian, which isn't really big, to be developing many projects at the same time? Outer Worlds 2 is for this year at CohhCarnage.
That is not only an interesting question, but like I was talking about earlier, that we don't know why this game was simplified so much from Pillars of Eternity. If it did turn out that this game was simplified due to a lack of resources and not a design decision, then I would say, yeah, it's a huge deal that they split their teams, and this game could have been a lot better if they had not done that, in my opinion. So, like, the short of it is, there's no way we can answer that question without knowing how everything's working in Obsidian right now. But a big indicator will be how good Outer Wilds 2 is. Or Outer Worlds 2. If Outer Worlds 2 comes out and it's solid and runs well and is funny and is better than Outer Worlds 1, then I think they can pull it off. But if Outer Worlds 2 comes out and also has like, or has a bunch of issues or is unfinished or doesn't feel good, then I think what you're saying is going to be pretty obvious, really. So it's an interesting year for Obsidian. It's a very interesting year for Obsidian because this is going to, yeah, it's going to, like, when we play both games, we're going to see, like, really what their studio's capable of, really. Yeah, we'll see. I also wouldn't be surprised if we hear about a delay for Outer Worlds 2, but we'll see. I do wonder if the reception of Avowed is going to impact that. Like, I wonder if their reception of Avowed is like, okay, we really got to make sure Outer Worlds 2 is good. Let's take some extra time with it. I don't think anyone's going to complain, but we'll have to see.
From here, cross the northern bridge and follow the path west. The path will become a cobblestone road and pass through the swamp. You'll find a cave in the hillside. Should pick up Monato's trail around there.
Why haven't you gone there looking for him?
The animancer struck a deal with Asierno. We're not allowed to go there. Why Monato was headed there is beyond me.
Okay.
But if you want to track down Monato, that would be the first place to look.
You should have reported that information to Asierno. That's all I need. I'm not going to tell her how to do her job.
Watch your back out there, Envoy. The Living Lands are a dangerous place.
Hopefully when we find Monato, we can find some answers.
Yeah, I will say this, dude. If Outer Worlds 2 comes out and it kicks ass, that's going to be awesome. Like super impressive and awesome. And I really hope that's the timeline we live in. I would love to see that. Avowed actually didn't do that well on Steam, but their purchase numbers on Game Pass, Xbox, and the MS Store were much higher. Also, somebody was in here earlier saying apparently a huge amount of Blizzard people were buying it through the Blizzard thing, which caught me off guard a little bit, but I maybe a lot of WoW players were looking for something new. I don't know. But yeah, apparently the numbers are like all sorts of spread out. It's a Game Pass game, and it's on like 4 different deployment platforms. So it's going to be hard to tell like how successful this game was, really. Like, we're not really going to know. Out of curiosity, what's its current...
nothing.
You know what? Let me just check myself. I'm kind of curious about this. I haven't looked. It's probably mixed or something, right? I'm assuming. Very positive? Really?
Ambassador Volshin Hilgar at your service.
How is it?
His Majesty names you our Imperial Envoy.
Yeah, as you keep going down, look at that.
An extension
3,700 reviews and very positive. I was not expecting that. Awesome. Okay. It's always very positive? No, it's not. No, games are not always very positive. Well, I look at a lot of Steam reviews. That is not the case. No, sir. No, friend. No. I'm not going to unlock this yet. Let's go the other way first. Now, is this a different... Yeah, that's a completely different area. Let's come back to that in a minute. I want to see if it loops around or something. Let's go talk to the forgetful animancer. It's 1% away from mixed, though. Wait a second. The Steam rankings go from very positive to mixed? That's the next step? Really? Oh, yeah. Okay, I was going to say. One step from positive. Okay. I was going to say, like, I didn't think that's how it worked. Hi, Chanter. Oh, wait. Why are you going to have NPC classes that I want to be? Man? Jerk. Dang it. Dude, I can't wait to get that AoE skill. That is gonna butter sauce.
Look up, envoy.
Okay.
Got them all.
We good. So there are hand-to-hand combat perks. You can be a monk. It's just multi-class. I have heard about that. I have heard that there are unarmed attacks like passives. Like here's one. Unarmed attacks are fine quality and can break wooden barriers and explosive barrels. Okay. I get that. That's kind of cool. There should be a whole class devoted to it. I'm sorry. That just having a few passives that are hand-to-hand is not a monk class. Like, I get it, but I don't like it. But I get it, but I don't like it. There should be like, right up here. It should be like monk. And you click on monk. And then you have like a cool ability that shoots towards them and punches. And then an ability that does like a roundhouse kick with high stun. And then there should be like a cool ability here where if you jump and duck instead of it slamming on the ground, you do like a flying kick. Like that's what I'm talking about. Make it so there's unarmed passive. If you're using passive, there's a chance for elemental damage. If you're using passive, there's a poison. You know, like you can do all sorts of fun stuff with it. But yeah, I'm just saying, like you can still do all that fun stuff and be creative with it and come up with all sorts of classes and things that fit your game world and yeah. Would be cool. Okay. So I think there will be an Avowed 2. I hope there will be. Well, I hope there will be, but it depends on how this game ends, really. I mean, we got to see how it's going to end first, if it's going to make sense for there to be a 2. The ending events of PoE 2 were wildly world-changing, and I'm curious if we're going to see something like that in Avowed. Like, I'm wondering what direction they're going to take it. What I'd love to see, in a perfect world, we get Avowed. That brings enough popularity that Microsoft says, you know what? We want a Baldur's Gate 3 of our own. Hey, Obsidian, here's $10 million. Josh Sawyer, go make us Baldur's Gate 3, except we want it to be Pillars of Eternity 3. And Josh would go, okay, and then he'd go make PoE 3. So once we all played Pillars of Eternity 3, then we could do Avowed 2. Yeah. $10 million is nothing? Oh, no. I meant $10 million per person. Of a 500-member dev team, all run by Josh. Yep. Yes. So more like $5 billion. Let's go with that. Yes. $5 billion. I think that's fair. This door opens. How does it open? With that switch. You love to see it.
What's Helia god of again? Creepy places full of murder and ghosts?
Ooh. What do you do? +2 con, +2 dex. Nice. Still gotta find the totem base, but that's still great. Yeah, you know what? I'm a little conflicted with that. And I'm gonna be honest here. You know, I like to think that I'm a balanced individual. I like to think that, you know, that I play these games for all that awesome lore in the world. But I have to say, I'm pretty disappointed that there is absolutely no booba in this game. Like, come on, man. What's going on? Why can't I mean, why? Why no do this? Why no do this? I'm frustrated. Like, I don't get it. Like, this is a game for adults.
Coming in hot.
Give us some boots, right? I mean, what's wrong? I mean, come on now. Everyone likes boobs. Guys like boobs. Girls like boobs. Everyone likes boobs. Why not more boobs? I tell you. Someone at Obsidian needs a stern talking to. Do they not understand their audience? We need boobs. That's right. Via Gamer Girl says, I'm not a fan of boobs. Well, that just means you haven't met the right set of boobs. That's all that means. Go out and find more boobs. Yeah, that's all. Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
No, I will say it. I do kind of wish there were romances. Like it does feel now. Maybe in this world, that's there's a lot going on in this world. So oh my god. So maybe that has something to do with it. But it would be nice. It feels like there's a little bit missing with having that like completely just not be a thing. I don't know. It feels a little weird. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, what, Crystal Eater? Oh. Are you like a chungus? You are rather chunksy.
Back in the fight.
I think we need to work on our stamina. That's another big thing we gotta focus on a bit. You're not dead. Did spiders come out of you? I don't like that at all.
You right with you. Another win.
Okay.
But who's counting?
Mods will fix the booba? It will. Was Cohh serious about the booba? No. I don't ever need booba. I just always want booba. It's a different thing. Yep. Absolutely. It's a very different thing. Mm-hmm. But no. Cohh, gaming has enough booba. The real question is, where are the bulges? Hey, real talk? Absolutely, more bulges. If we're gonna have booba, we have to be fair to all involved. More bulges. Absolutely. Booba and bulges. And butts. Fine looking butts. Absolutely. I think all of those are required, really. Yeah. I mean, what are booba but just chest bulges instead of codpiece bulges, right? We just need more bulges. More bulges! That's all we need. We'll just boil it down to that. Hashtag more bulges of all kinds. That's right. All right, there we go. I'm glad we came to a decision as a community on this. Thank you. Okay. Boop. What did that do? Oh. Is there another one? Cool. Before we go in, is there anything else? There's something up there. But we will not be getting up there from down here. Just kidding. Oh, nope, nope. Damn, that would have been awesome. All right, let's see. Can I actually do that? I don't think I'm going to be able to. What about over here? What about over here? Balls. Wait. 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 Okay. Oh. Valiant dueling ring. 7% chance to avoid melee damage? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Interesting. We're gonna go down there in a second, but what's up here? Oh. Oh yeah. Okay, we would have just gone right in there through this door. Okay, cool. That makes sense. They need a button so I can hold down E when picking this up to automatically break it down. It should be E to take, hold E to dismantle. Yep. That would be great. That would just be the business. that in English. Nope. Or just an item to break down all common stuff. Oh, actually, that'd be great, but one of the things we've also talked about is being able to go in here and having, like, you know what? Maybe if they had, like, a dismantle station at the camp. And if you went up and used the dismantle station, you could choose break down all common items in stash and inventory. Break down all fine items in stash and inventory. That would be awesome. And that way you couldn't do it by accident. You could, like, go back to your camp and, you know, use the dismantle station, purposefully do it. Like, that'd be awesome. That would solve many issues with that. Mm-hmm. Or hell, even tie it into the crafting station. Have a dismantle tab. Done. Bada boom. Don't even need to add graphics. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what's in here. Is this game open world? This game is semi-open world. It is not a full open world sandbox. Memoir of a Visionary. Oh, this guy was an exile. He was an exile because the academies would not have him due to the word spreading. Interesting. So he was doing something his compatriots were not enjoying. Are you playing any Pantheon Early Access? Yeah. If I ever have any offline time, I jump in and play. I switched servers though. I'm on the big server everyone's playing on. I don't remember the name. I think it's Blood something. I switched over there because it was a lot more active than the server I picked. Life in Fiora Severna was better than I expected. The ingenuity of its people are truly remarkable. It's truly remarkable. They are able to accomplish feats of animancy that would leave the Republic's brightest animancers in shock, and all with scavenged resources and refurbished machinery. Alas, even though they found the act of building a better body repulsive. Oh, but alas, even they found the act of building a better body repulsive. Grave robber, they called me. Okay, so he's a necromancer. This man is an animantic necromancer. Which is weird. You thought that he would have been welcome here. Wait. Life in Fiormes Averno is better than I expected. The ingenuity of its people is remarkable. They're able to accomplish feats of animancy that would lead the Republic's pride and unlike those that exiled me, men in Maximidaro and Periclici understand the march of progress is not always a pleasant process. But alas, they found the act of building a better body repulsive. Grave robber, they called me? What? No, no. See, this doesn't make any sense. They're using dead bodies as workers. Why would they say this to him? And so once more I was exiled, lost and alone in the wilds. Huh. Maybe I'm just not understanding this properly, but it doesn't sound like that lines up properly. Maybe to build a better... Yeah, maybe... I mean, stealing corpses from graves. I think... I mean, I was under the impression that's what they were doing with the other corpses. I mean, there's corpses walking around. So, I thought that Fior would have loved a dude like this. But maybe not. Maybe I didn't understand it. Your design came together flawlessly. I will not burden you with the fulsome intensity of my feelings, but I must tell you, even before my Lord God left this world, I felt there was a hole in my life, a yearning for discovery, a project worthy of wholly subsuming my mind beneath. And I see now that it is animancy. I would never have pursued this path were it not for our chance meeting in that crossroads. As my labors near their end, the only words I have left now are thank you. Thank you, Victor, for giving me this aged godlike hope. I shall ever be your grateful student, Sargamus. Interesting. Okay. Well, hey there. Oh, wow. Oh, he's just an enemy. He's not... Now, hold on. Before we do this, I want to do something else. I want to make sure that that dude outside isn't directly related to this. Let's go talk to him first. Because he may be the dude that is here. His name is Forgetful Animancer. So I don't... Like, did the dude here lose his mind or something? Let's see, where was he? He was at, like, the beginning of this area. Hmm. I hope he's not gone. We were walking up on this area and we just found him. We haven't been up there yet. I don't know what that is. Shatterscarp Gate. I'll check that in a little bit. I could have sworn he was right over here. No? Oh, maybe by the Zards? We already cleared this camp, right? Yeah. That's not where it was. So we spawned here, and then we headed right towards the waypoint. Aha! There he is. Perfect. Hi, are you him? Who are you?
Oh, my apologies, my friend. Is there any chance we've met before? I seem to have forgotten, well, everything.
What happened?
If I knew that, I could retrace my steps and figure out something, anything. No luck, though, so far. I have no idea where or even who I am. I just came out here with no memory whatsoever. I figured that someone would have recognized me by now. Maybe I'm a recluse or a hermit of some kind.
Is that Suburba? Go put the guy. He's going to sell us parts for our racer. Ah, yeah.
Where were you when you first came to?
I awoke in the street, seemingly on my way to somewhere. Where? I could not say.
Lone Fellow, no, I haven't read Brandon Sanderson's newest book. I read all of them up to that, but I haven't done it yet. Was there anyone else around when you woke up?
No. No one who seemed to have any idea who I was. I will do what I can. Thank you for your time.
That's it? Bro?
Good to see you again.
Oh, you remembered me. Yeah, I'm impressed you remembered us from before.
Well, I seem to be capable of forming new memories. It's everything else I can't seem to recall.
Okay, I have a feeling we're going to need to remember him. And I don't know if he's the guy that was doing the stuff here. This is the door that we needed to unlock, right? Oh, it's barred. Oh, we just never opened it. Okay. All right. I think we're going to try to go in now. Make this happen. Can I pull up there? No. Let's go after this ogre. Oh, Lars, that is awesome.
At CohhCarnage started watching the V-Rising playthrough on YT 2 weeks ago, and I'm already at part 75 133rds KEKW help.
I love it, man. Enjoy. That playthrough was a lot of fun. I'm going to spoil it for you. I didn't finish it, but we got really far. But yeah, it's awesome. Oh. Yeah, I got to like the very last boss. I'm just going to spoil it. I got to the very last boss in V-Rising, and I like didn't finish it because I kept telling myself like I don't want it to end. Like I was having such a good time with it, man. Oh Lord, I wanted like a reason to go back. And I could very well go back and play that whole game again, easily. It is such a fun game. Okay. What am I doing with Yakuza? So we're playing 2 hours of Yakuza tomorrow, and then we are back into KCD2 and Avowed until we finish one of those. And then when we finish one of those, Monster Hunter Wilds is coming in. And then when we finish one of those, it's Yakuza time. I do not want to have like 3 playthroughs going at once. Not with all these big games. It's just too much. Too much for me. It's too much for you. So we're gonna work on finishing games before we bring in like big new stuff. Okay. But I'm absolutely gonna be. We're doing a 2-hour sponsored look at it tomorrow, and then I'm gonna put it down. But we will 100% be returning to it. No question. I have played every Yakuza game until now, and we will not stop. How do you finish Monster Hunter? My goals for Monster Hunter are to kill every monster. That is my big Monster Hunter goal. And probably farm a couple, at least 1 or 2, like, nice big end game sets, I'm thinking. Kind of like what we did in Worlds. Yeah. That was really fun. That was the last big Monster Hunter game I played that I really enjoyed. I think you're closer to finishing this than you are to KCD 2. Yeah, I would agree. I'm putting a lot of hours into this game. Mm-hmm. I'm probably going to have I hope to have Avowed wrapped up by Monster Hunter Wilds getting here. And then we can kind of slot that in.
I smell rot. There's something unnatural.
Dude, is he using an animancy lamp? Oh, there's the animancer. Dude, did it kill him?
Keep quiet.
Oh. Ooh. Oh my lord, look at this. Okay. Ads and stuff now too. Don't do that. Oh my god, that's a lot of ads. Oh god, I'm freezing. Oh, we got him though. Still gotta get everything else. Oh my god. This is a freaking mess.
That's more like
You look quite thirsty.
Thanks, Henry. Here we go. There you are. Oh god. Okay. There we go. All right.
Good team.
Oh my lord.